Welcome to Thousands Mysteries. Here we bring you mysterious cases, chilling stories, and unsolved events that continue to haunt history. If you are passionate about unsolved mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss our latest videos. Today we will uncover one of the oldest and most chilling mysteries in history, the Curse of Oak Island, a small, unassuming island that hides terrifying stories, a treasure worth millions, but sealed by a deadly curse. Mysterious deaths, eerie symbols, and shadowy figures lurking in the night. Is this all just coincidence? Or is there a sinister force guarding a dark secret beneath the ground? Let's dive into this haunting tale. Far off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, a small, desolate island stands alone in the vast ocean, shrouded in thick mist and towering ancient trees. Locals rarely dare to set foot on Oak Island after nightfall. The oldest fishermen still whisper tales of ghostly voices carried by the wind, flickering lights appearing on the island during full moons, and dark figures moving through the trees as if watching over something unseen. For centuries, the native Mi'kmaq people have considered the island forbidden ground, a place where the spirits of ancient warriors still roam. They believe a cursed treasure is hidden there, guarded by forces beyond human comprehension. But greed has never stopped mankind from seeking riches. On a fateful day in 1795, three young boys, Daniel McGinnis, John Smith, and Anthony Vaughan, stumbled upon a secret that had been buried for centuries. And from that moment on, a gateway to darkness was opened. Amidst the dense forest, McGinnis noticed a strange indentation in the ground beneath an ancient oak tree. Suspended from one of its highest branches was an old wooden pulley, swaying eerily in the wind, as if it had once lifted something heavy from below. His heart pounded. This was no ordinary depression in the earth. The three boys eagerly began digging, but as soon as their shovels struck the soil, an icy wind blew through the trees, rustling the leaves with an unnatural whisper, as if something had awakened. They dug down 3 meters, only to find a layer of wooden planks. At 6 meters, another wooden barrier. At 9 meters, yet another. It was as if someone had deliberately constructed obstacles, a trap designed to keep intruders away. There was no doubt now, this was no ordinary hole. But lacking proper tools, they were forced to leave. What they didn't know was that, from that moment on, their fates were bound to the island's curse. News of their discovery spread quickly. A group of wealthy investors funded the largest excavation ever attempted on Oak Island. They dug to a depth of 27 meters and unearthed a strange stone slab covered in cryptic symbols. Some scholars later translated the inscription to read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. When the diggers reached a depth of 30 meters, something terrifying happened. Without warning, seawater gushed in through hidden channels, flooding the entire pit within hours. No one understood what had caused this sudden catastrophe. It was only later that experts realized the underground tunnel system was deliberately designed, with sophisticated flood traps engineered to protect something valuable. But who could have built such a complex structure centuries ago? And more importantly, what were they trying to protect? From the moment the excavation began, strange occurrences plagued the workers. At night, they reported hearing heavy footsteps echoing across the soft earth. But when they turned on their lanterns, they saw nothing but darkness. Some claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking around the camp, silently observing them from a distance. One night, a tunnel digger named William vanished. The next morning, they found him curled up near the excavation site, his eyes wide with terror, muttering incoherently, "There's something down there. It doesn't want us to continue." He never fully recovered. Rumors spread that every night He was haunted by nightmarish visions of ghostly faces screaming in the darkness. And then, the deaths began. The first victim, a worker who fell into the pit while digging, his neck snapping instantly. The second, a man who suffocated from toxic gas seeping up from the underground tunnels. The third, a researcher who was swept away by floodwaters while trying to drain the pit. In total, 6 men have died in pursuit of Oak Island's secret, and according to legend, the treasure will only be revealed when the seventh person perishes. But is it really a treasure, or a gateway to something far more sinister? Today, with modern technology, researchers have discovered an extensive network of underground tunnels beneath Oak Island, possibly built by an ancient civilization. Some believe the treasure is not gold or silver, but rather a horrifying secret so dangerous that it must remain buried forever. The Knights Templar, pirates, or an unknown force protecting something beyond our understanding? No one knows for sure, but one thing is certain: the island does not want to give up its secrets, and until the seventh death occurs, the curse of Oak Island will continue to haunt those who dare to seek the truth.